Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 Let's Play. And since we have already saw this cutscene in Silver's playthrough, I figured it was okay for me to talk over it since we already know what's going to happen. Only instead of, venturing through Aquatic Base of Silver, we are now going to take Shadow the Hedgehog's route. So, yeah. And again, it's just, I don't get what's the point of these scientists wearing radiation suits when the king is not wearing any of himself. I'm guessing he has some kind of protective barrier that's also invisible at the same time. I'm not exactly sure. Why are there keypads on his chest? Why is Elise so easily able to walk inside the supposedly highly secured area? I don't know. And how the hell did they all survive that big-ass explosion that nuked out all the scientists, but the king and Elise are just fine? Well, no, the king's not fine. He's mortally wounded. Though we don't actually see any wounds of any sort, so I'm gonna say he lost the will to live. Anyway, yes, so since we already saw this scene before, I'm not gonna stay silent for it because, well, you guys already seen this. If you've been following this Let's Play since the beginning, that we already know what's gonna happen. And with that said, guys, I apologize. This part's only about 13, 14. Let me hover over the timer a bit. Nah, I can't see the numbers. Anyway, it's pretty damn short. Because we're pretty much only going through Aquatic Base in this part right here, because for the next part, we're going to be doing the last of Shadow's side missions. I believe they're the last of them. And then we're finally going to be ending Shadow's playthrough with, like, the next two parts, if my math serves me correctly. So yeah, we are nearing the end of Shadow's playthrough, and when Shadow's playthrough is over, the last story will take no time at all, because that's as short as it gets. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Aquatic Base with Shadow the Hedgehog, and, well, I can't say this enough, but we played it as Sonic, we played it as Silver. It's almost the exact same stage. The Shadow does different things, yeah, but it's not that different. In this opening section, there's a motorcycle right here. I highly suggest you take it. In kind of a closed corridor like this, it's a bit awkward to handle, but it is the fastest way of killing enemies unless you like jumping into the air and mashing the A button over and over and over again. And again, since I'm not really a big practitioner of Chaos Snap or Chaos Boost, I really recommend you guys use the motorcycle. You can either run them over with the wheels themselves, or you can use those bullets that infinitely respawn over and over again. Actually makes me wonder why. Now, I questioned the last part why Shadow didn't carry over his Chaos Control abilities from Shadow the Hedgehog. I mentioned before that I really would have liked to see those included in this game. Chaos Control to boost past stages, or Chaos Blast to, attack enemies in a wide range. And notice that guns are missing in this. Now, I know that a lot of you that defend Shadow the Hedgehog out there, I'm not going to criticize you if you do. To each his own. You like Shadow the Hedgehog, you think the guns add a lot more to the gameplay than, people give them credit for. My thing is, though, if the guns really did do a lot to the gameplay, why are they not in this game? I don't know. You would think if it was any kind of successful formula that would keep the guns for Shadow's playthrough, but then again, that'd probably be too radically different. But at the same time, you need Shadow to identify himself further from Sonic, because without the guns, well, Shadow pretty much just is Sonic, with more focus on combat, mind you, but to me, in this case, it's pretty damn monotonous, and his Chaos abilities are not as useful as they were in Shadow the Hedgehog. If I can give Shadow the Hedgehog any credit in that, is that I think Shadow was a lot more versatile in that game. Yeah, with the exception of the melee attacks, never really found any use for the punch-punch-kick combo. Or the swordplay, for that matter. I thought the swordplay in that game was incredibly clunky. But then again, you're not really there for the swords, you're there for the guns. And so since we did get all of Silver's abilities in his playthrough, I am playing a fully maxed out Silver. A little shortcut there, you want to take that. You want to bypass that platforming section there. Pretty much all you're doing with Silver when you're fully maxed out, you're just jumping and using the shockwave attack to stun all the enemies within your vicinity and just hold the R trigger and toss them aside like ragdolls. I don't know if a lot of you guys have been getting a lot of PMs from few of you a lot of channel comments. Well, I really don't read the channel comments that often anymore because, well, I respond better to, you know, comments on the videos themselves and PMs. You know, a lot of you guys are wondering just what exactly is up with the uploading schedule of this playthrough, and, well, you know, since this is post-commentary, I am recording a new session, like, each day, and want to find new things to talk about. I'm not doing this live, you know, we mentioned many times before, earlier in this playthrough, that, the way I have it set up is that I pretty much have to go out of my way to record a new part. You know, I'm exporting the raw video clip to watch it as a movie file on my VLC player, and then I'm recording over GarageBand. And honestly, it's a bit of a hassle than, you know, recording live, but, you know, since I'm able to record off my mic, you know, the audio quality is way better than you would get on a headset and stuff like that. The only problem is that I have to take time out of my schedule to find a time to record a part. And since, you know, I still work overnight at my job, you know, like 11 p.m. to 7 or 8 in the morning, I usually don't get home till like around 9, because I'm out doing other things before I actually get home. You know, when I get home, I'm tired, and when I wake up, it's usually right around 5 or 6, but at that point, I probably have a few last-minute errands to take care of, and, you know, I gotta make sure I get ready for my next night at work, so there's a low chance that I'll have time to record the next part unless it's my day off, and I only get like 1 or 2 day offs a week. So you know, I try to find the time to sit down and record the new part because I know you guys want to. We want to get this game done and over with. We've all seen it to death plenty of times before. I'm sick of the game. Well, let's get back to Genma Animusha, and we are. We definitely are very soon. We're almost done this playthrough, guys. So just bear with it a little longer. We'll never have to touch it ever again. Ever again. I love this part, though, of the stage. You just grab the motorcycle and just start plowing through everything. You hold down the R trigger to shoot bullets or just ram through with your motorcycle. Your motorcycle should withstand it. And it definitely makes this section a little fun to travel through. You also got these magnetic poles, and remember what they do. They wipe out all the enemies in the vicinity. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but who cares? You know, if it's a nuke ball, if it's a nuke all button, then press it. So yeah, let's see how far I can get this motorcycle. This is actually the first time I ever got the motorcycle this far in the stage. I usually lose it inside the hallway. Hopefully nothing stops me from... Okay, well, I honestly thought that enemy was going to cause the motorcycle to combust, but oh, god damn it. So we have to, you know, back to mashing the A button over and over again. I could activate Chaos Boost. Okay, there we go. I'm actually at level 2 boost mode now, which means that my Chaos Spirit now acts as a harmful projectile. So I will be showing off a bit here, just to show you guys exactly what it does. You know, assuming, of course, I'm completely lying to you guys and just mashing the A button over and over again. I think I'll do it right here, actually. Yeah, you see there. It didn't kill the enemy, but, you know, it's better than nothing. It did one-shot the red ones. I think yeah, it only one-shots the red ones, but you have to perform it multiple times to, you know, kill the purple variations of the Iblis monsters. And again, I think the homing attack is just a better option. I do like how Shadow keeps his Kaioken mode during the results screen.
Not even a challenge.
And why didn't I get the S rank? Nah, I really don't care at this moment because we're almost done this playthrough. I recall saying I was going to edit out the gold medal scenes, and I never did.
Chaos control!
What? Stop. Who are you?
I'm Shadow. Shadow the Hedgehog.
Shadow. Your face. Your form. I will remember. Your death. Certain. You will die.
I gotta say, the textures of the scepter really bother me. I don't know why.
Did you do it? Yes. And you?
Yes. The flames are properly sealed. It's done.
You see, the thing that bothers me the most with this is that Shadow takes Silver into the past to show him exactly what happened 10 years ago. So with that said, I get the feeling that Shadow never intended to interfere with past events. You know, that can cause some serious repercussions for the space-time continuum. But he ends up interfering anyway. They go after Iblis and Mephiles themselves. You know, Silver interferes with Iblis and Shadow interferes with Mephiles. He's the one that steals him in the scepter to begin with. But Shadow had no idea that he was going to do that when he went inside the past. He had...
Yes, of course.
Are there any repercussions to this for interfering with past events? What, you know, was Shadow really supposed to be the one that sealed Mephiles 10 years ago? Really? Was it supposed to be like that? Or was it, they just fuck it up so in, this game's story sucks. This game's story sucks. I notice how they skip the scene where Silver gives Elise the blue Chaos Emerald. I have no idea why they omit that in Shadow's story.
You're back sooner than I expected. Omega is still in pursuit of Mephiles. So, where's the kid? What did you find 10 years ago?
I need you to access GUN's database. Specifically, find out what materials the Scepter of Darkness was made from.
Sure. But you haven't answered my question yet.
I found the means to seal Mephiles.
Alright, with that, guys, for the next part, we're going to be completing Shadow's final side missions and finally get this playthrough done and over with. There are exactly 2 more levels to do. So we're almost done here, guys. So with that said, I'll see you guys for part 26.